5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This your boy T-Lo.
Yo, what's Gucci? This your man Tweet.
What up, y'all? DJ Kid Fresh.
What's up? It's your boy RL.
And we're next.
And you're rocking with The Rebirth every Monday at 7 p.m.
But you know the hits. Rebirth Radio, baby, every Monday, 7 p.m. Shane and Eli. All right, rocking that old school. Peace.
FM. I'm your host, Shay Marriott, and joining me to my right? My right, your left?
It is your right.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it's your boy Eli Isabel, a.k.a. The South Got Something to Say. Happy Monday. Philly Jamz 95.3 Rebirth family. What's good, Shay Marriott?
What's good? Happy Monday,
government.
Everybody. The whole government.
The whole government.
Yeah. I could be called gunpowder, though, but we ain't going to go there.
Yeah, we ain't going to get into that.
Anyway.
Pow, pow, pow.
Welcome
Shots
to
fired.
The Rebirth, everybody.
I love that we know that.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. I had to take last week off. I was celebrating my son and my fiance's birthday, so I am back, and man.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
How was that? How was the celebrations?
It was good. I mean, it was cool. It was cool. We had a nice time. We did the winery that you had suggested for the weekend, and then for my son. You
enjoyed that? That was good?
It was nice. Yeah. It was nice. And then for my son, the first time I had was wine slushy.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
Did it get you there?
It was nice.
I think they put Taylor's port in there.
Nice little buzz.
They don't tell you that part.
And then for my son, we went bowling and a dinner, and then of course I had to do the send off for my oldest. Shout out to Xavier, who is now officially a Hornet.
Wow,
DSU. Congratulations.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, that was tough.
I know it.
That was
so
tough.
Did you cry? Yes or no? That's what the people want to know.
Man, I did more than cry. I ain't even gonna lie. I did the ugly cry.
Ooh.
I cried.
Whoopi Goldberg and
I did the you and me will never. I did the whole thing.
Not the Whoopi cry. Ooh, child.
It was tough. It was really, really tough. Seriously. I mean, and you know, I'm close to my sons. We're really close. So it was hard, and I think that nothing prepares you to, for that moment. Yeah. You just got to just kind of take it in. But what I realized is I have been grieving since graduation.
Oh, wow.
I've been grieving since graduation. And grief doesn't always come with, death. And I think
loss.
That's the misconception.
Right.
Grief comes with, it comes with divorce. It comes with ending of relationships. And it also comes with something like this, because I was grieving what it looked like, because when he comes back, it's going to look different, right? Doesn't mean it's going to look bad. It's going to look amazing, but it's going to look different. And now I have to figure out what my role is as a parent of a college student now versus a high schooler. Just like you go through those stages with the babies and toddlers and adolescents and all of that. So, it's definitely been a moment of reflection and tapping in to my feelings and my emotions. Is what is going on with me? Am I depressed? What is happening? Because I'm happy for him. I'm so excited for him. He's in the engineering program there.
Oh, snap.
So
okay.
I'm just happy, and I'm so excited what God is going to do in his life.
Right.
And let me tell you, I rode around that campus, and I was anointing the campus. I was like, in the name of Jesus, Lord, please protect these kids.
You ain't riding around no sage hanging out the window.
Look, no. I was riding around praying, please protect these kids. Not just my child, but everybody's child, because the world is just,
it's crazy out there.
It's so crazy right now. So I just want to say, just kind of send a shout out to all the students that are entering to college, you know, rather you are entering for the first time, rather you are transferring to another college, good luck, congratulations, and all the parents that got your kids there, man. I mean, big ups to you, because that it's a lot. So, yeah, so that was my weekend. And best believe I did go see him yesterday. Yes, I did. I did go see him yesterday.
You gonna make the boy transfer to Morehouse, so you can't just pop up.
There was a reason why I had to go down, make sure he was good. But I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Now it's Bryson time. Bryson going into his senior year.
Ooh.
So yeah,
busy
man,
2 years
back
for you.
to back. It
Yeah.
has.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got this. We're gonna support you.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
So,
No doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool. I hung out with white people, and it was all right. You know the white people that I told you about last year that have the big house and the boat on the river.
Yeah.
Where they had like a function and they invited us down there. And man, I'm gonna get to because I want to get to our awesome guest tonight. So I'm gonna just tell you this really quick. Hanging out with people with money, they talk different. I heard the kids talking about the one of their friends, their dad, his company has a private jet, and he's going to fly him to Vegas for his 16th birthday, and they want to know if they can go. This is the conversation I'm hearing. And the parents are like, yeah, we'll just talk to him, and we'll, it'll be all good. I'm like,
right.
We on Spirit out this month. they get out the car and walk right to the plane. I'm like, it's different levels to this. So every time I'm around those people, I realize how much money I don't have. No matter how well I think I'm doing in life, I'm just like, yeah, I'm slave broke out here. I'm still tilling the land compared to these moments. But awesome though. But so it was a good weekend. My kid always has a great time. They're out in the river. They tubing and all kind of stuff.
Nice.
Top shelf alcohol. Has them $150 bourbon.
Oh, okay. Did you sip it real slow? Try to savor the flavor.
No, I try to drink as much of that shit as I could. How often do I get that? Yeah, keep it coming, player. But that was my weekend.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So guys, I have to definitely we got a Rebirth Live coming up on October 13th, and we are just so excited about this event. If you have been to the other 3 Rebirth Lives, the other 3 have stations.
Rebirth Live is coming to Theater Inn in Wilmington, Delaware on October 13th. We have created 10 slots for all businesses to be a part of the Rebirth Live experience. Go to rebirthview.com and click the link now.
All right, so that was our vendor information. We are accepting vendors, and our vendor space is almost sold out. So we can take probably maybe about a good 4 more vendors, and then we will be actually sold out for that event. But we have some phenomenal people on the panel.
We coming strong.
We coming strong, and I mean, you got to tap in. We have a couple of people that we've already announced that we're going to show to you guys. And we're going to be doing a men's panel, all ladies panel, and we're going to do a couples panel mixed with some singles. So it's going to be very, very good, very spicy.
It's about to get spicy at the Rebirth.
Absolutely. Get your tickets at rebirthu.com. That's rebirth, the letter U.com. Get your tickets. Tickets are moving. They are going, so don't be left out of this conversation. And this is happening at Theater Inn in Wilmington, Delaware on October 13th. So make sure you guys lock in that date, and I hope to see you there. Hope to see you there.
And we're going to be there. Don't forget that part.
We're going to be there. Absolutely.
All these awesome panel people.
Of course we're going to be there.
I'm just saying,
we gotta be there.
we going to be in the building too.
Yes. And the conversation is all love and relationships. And when we talk about relationships, we're not just talking about intimate relationships, but the relationships that you have with your brother, your sister, your girlfriend,
your children.
Because your children, all of that. So everything that includes relationships and love, we will be talking about and addressing. So I hope to see you guys there. All right. You got it right here, right now?
I do, really quick. So yes, because I think our guest is awesome, and I want to highlight this positive young Black man who's doing awesome things. Jacksonville, Florida. Man, listen. 3 people were fatally shot by a gunman in a mass shooting that took place at the Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida. Authorities identified Ryan Christopher Palmeter as the gunman, described as a 21-year-old white male. Parmeida shot and killed himself after he barricaded himself in an office. The incident was described as a terrorist attack and is believed to have been racially motivated and is still currently under investigation as a hate crime. So my question is, I don't know, like, what we talk about these things every time that they happen. Okay, we know that Republicans would never ever have anything to do with any kind of trying to limit gun rights or put a cap on anything, because the NRA is the biggest supporter of the Republican Party. If you're a Republican, all of your fund, a good majority of your funding comes from the NRA. So you're not going to go against anything that they want to see happen. But can we work in, and this kid didn't have a criminal background or anything, but can we work in mental health evaluations? Can we get that?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, to get guns?
Yeah, in order to own a gun. Can we at least give us that?
But you know what? I'm going to say this. Coming from a mental health background, I don't feel that all of this is mental health. I think a lot of these people are just hateful. They have hate in their hearts. And I think that's the only thing. When you're dealing with someone, when you work in this field and you're really dealing with people that really got mental health issues, versus someone that just has hate, it's a difference. Someone that has hate is not mentally ill. They're just hateful people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're going to pass a mental health evaluation.
They've been fighting against that too.
They're going to pass it because it's not. I don't think some of it. Yes, maybe you had a few people that has done this and they had mental health issues. But the majority of these people that's out here, they are hateful. They're hateful people.
Do you think to be that hateful to the point where you want to remove people from this earth, you have to be a little bit something's not? I mean, to carry that level of hate around, something's not right.
See, I feel
because
like
a rational person can kind of say, you know what, I don't like Donald Trump, but I don't want to kill him.
So here's the thing, and this will go to a whole different level of conversation, depending on what your belief is. So I believe that you have people that's like our brother that's here that is spreading the word of God through his music and stuff like that. You have the opposite that's out there. And I don't think it has anything to do with mental health. I feel like it's, we got this spiritual warfare also we got to think about. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I'm not saying all the cases, but I just don't feel like everything has to be blamed on mental health, because these people know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it out of hate of what they believe is, whatever God they're serving. I don't know what they're serving, but they believe that's the right thing to do.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah. That's just my own personal, that's my own point of view of things.
I feel you.
Because I just feel like everything is now blamed on, they got a mental health, as if now we're supposed to be, they got a mental health issue. Oh, okay, I understand. No.
And he may not, but I just feel like can we get an evaluation prior to owning a gun?
I mean,
and there may be nothing wrong with you but hatefulness, but can we get the evaluation prior to owning the gun? Let's get into our guest tonight.
It's crazy. Yeah, so
let's flip this script.
All right.
Because he's ready to bring the positivity. I just wanted to make people, I know everybody's aware of what happened, but I don't know. It's just, we're getting hurt out here.
Absolutely.
And we're getting hurt by hateful people, and
Absolutely.
and sadly, we're still getting hurt by each other.
Yeah.
So, it's tough out here for you.
And you know what? Here's the thing. And they just straightforward with it.
Yeah, they don't.
They're just
this is the Donald Trump effect. I really believe that in my heart. Since he took office, people became emboldened.
Really,
yeah.
So you just gotta stay prayed up. You gotta stay covered, and you gotta have your head on a swivel, constantly looking around, because you just don't know. It can happen anywhere.
Yeah, and legally own a gun. It's okay, black folk. We can get a gun. It's all right.
Yeah. We're going to switch the temperature in the room. So I met this young man. We met this young man at the Juneteenth celebration over the summertime. And his energy was just so amazing, on top of his beautiful smile. So I'm so happy to have him on
Brace his
the
work,
show
America.
tonight. I'm so happy to have him on the show, because his energy, like I said, it's infectious.
Yes.
So come on, let's give a warm welcome to Shamar, a.k.a. Shamizi.
Shamizi's in the building. What up, baby?
Thank y'all. It's good to be here.
Thank you for coming, man.
Thank y'all.
Morehouse man.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Listen, I think you might be the first.
That's what's up.
We've had some kids from HBCUs up here, but we never had somebody from Morehouse. I mean, Dr. King went there, brother.
He did.
How does that feel?
It feels good because I grew up in a high school that was 5% black. Right?
Wow.
And so, I like to call what I grew up a country suburb.
Okay.
Like, we grew up in the suburbs, but folks went like mudding, like fishing with their bare hands type stuff.
Oh, wow.
And so,
That's some Florida stuff right
yeah,
there.
that
for
is
real.
Florida
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
for
yeah.
real. And so I was like, when I was like trying to transfer schools, I was all like, I need to be in the city and I need to be surrounded by people that look like me.
I know that's right.
And so I was like, and then like learning about Morehouse and MLK and just like their culture, how they carry themselves.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
like, I need to go there.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, these are my non-negotiables.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
to have
yeah.
people that look like me and be in the city.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah, that is awesome.
what was your experience? 5%
Oh,
black
I mean,
High school.
growing up. Yeah.
high school was very interesting. I ran my high school. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I was prom king. I was class president. I did the
Nice.
announcements in the morning. I
Okay.
did all that. Like I ran my high school for real.
Exceptional student. Because
Yeah.
to get to there and be
Yeah.
one of the 5%,
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
be exceptional.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
and like
good.
I was like captain of the baseball team and the swim team, all that stuff.
Okay.
So I like to say I ran my high school for real, but
No, talk your stuff. That's all right. If you did, you did.
yeah.
Let it
But-
be known.
Yeah, but I like my high school personally. It was just different. Like
Shout it out. What was it called? What's it called?
it was Space Coast Junior Senior High School. So I was there since middle school, since
Okay,
7th
so
grade.
7 through 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people, who you are and
Yeah,
you know,
so
all
I'm
the-
Shamar Washington, aka Shamizi, right? And so don't ask me how I got that name. That's my dad and them. My dad and my uncle. I don't even know where the Z came
Right,
from.
Shamizi.
I know. I don't know who came up with the spelling for that. I just know that it was given to me since I was like 4.
Okay.
And then like every athletic event that we like, that's Shamizi. And so then when I like came into like rapping, developing my stuff, I was like, let me just stick with Shamizi.
Okay.
And so
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
dope. It's dope.
It
It's dope.
definitely works.
So how long you been rapping?
So I've been writing music since I was 14 for real.
Okay.
But that's when I like first started getting interested in it.
Uh-huh.
And so like I met this other little kid that I went to church with. And so he like used to play around with beats. And so then I was like writing music, he was playing around with beats, and then like we just like came together and we started like developing our skills together.
Okay.
And so then shout out Johnny, that's his name.
Okay. All right, Johnny.
And so, but I wasn't taking it serious. It was just a hobby. And then when I turned 18, around August, when I was 18, August of 2022,
Uh-huh.
I was like, no, let me like dive in real quick. Let me see if I get an album out of this. And then April of 2023, I dropped my album.
Nice.
So when
nice.
you initially started like rhyming, were you planning to focus in the gospel genre, or were
Oh,
you
not at all.
You was in the trap for a minute.
Yeah, I was definitely in the top for a minute.
Oh wow, definitely talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So when I was in middle school, right, me and my boy, his name was Fabian
Okay.
Ortiz. He moved to Texas though. So,
Uh-huh.
but we was tight for a minute, and we used to be in his garage and we was rapping. And, like we actually have like 2 things on SoundCloud. I'm not gonna put it out there because like,
Okay. Yeah.
I was in middle school talking crazy stuff. Like I just wanted to be hard. But
How many people you kill on record?
yeah. yeah.
How much cocaine you sold?
Yeah, type stuff. Yeah, we was just talking crazy, saying all types of stuff about all types of people. But no, it definitely was not about God the whole time. Yeah.
That's how it started out, right? Because we was like both, Charlamagne and Wendy. Then we transitioned to know who we are.
You know what?
You don't agree? We was talking crazy about people, and you kept
No.
saying how you doing all the time. Remember, like the first time we started doing this, you kept saying,
No.
I was like, "That's Wendy's. You can't do that." All right, sorry. Come back to you, bro.
Yeah.
So how did you transition to? What was the point when we said, you know what, I'm gonna leave the trap alone? How did you transition to speaking about the Lord and gospel rap?
So I like to say I don't even rap about God. I rap about my life.
Okay.
And so sometimes my life just revolve around God.
All right.
And so the reason why I say that, because I still got bars in my song that's like not about God. Like one of my songs, Florida Boy, I say, I don't be killing, but I be fighting and I'm cussing. Because like I'm not all about God 24/7. Like,
Right.
but that's just real life. Like I don't
Yeah,
be killing
yeah.
nobody, but sometimes I do be fighting and sometimes I do be cussing.
Right,
Because
right,
that's
right.
just real life.
You're human.
Yeah.
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 And so I would say around I don't know when I first started rapping about God, but when I did, and then I'll like show my folks, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like Shamar, this is heat." Like just showing my dad and my family, and then because I was just gonna show them the middle school stuff, so. And so then I was like, "This heat," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, this is heat." And then around 14, I started like getting in the church for real.
Okay.
And so like that's when they started like going like intertwining. I feel like.
Okay. Nice,
Wow,
nice.
wow.
How have you been received through like in your community with your music and you being so young? Because I think that is very inspiring because you're showing the younger kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that,
yeah.
You know, like you said, you're rapping about your life and it's more of a like an inspirational type thing, but you're also showing the younger kids that hey, there's other options, there's other ways that you can express yourself. So how have you been received through your community?
I mean, good, I guess. I mean, I guess my community would just be like my group of friends that be hyping me up for real. But nah, I would say good because even my friends that don't believe in God, like they'll say like, Shamar, this is heat. And so
Heat is heat. If you can flow, you can flow.
that's what I'm saying. And so that's what they would tell me. So I think it's pretty good. But yeah, with the message with the younger kids, I feel like I would just say like, because when you're young in the church, I feel like they'll be like, yo, kids, stay in a kid's place. Like, don't do too much.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I just feel like that's so backwards thinking. Because eventually they're not going to be in a kid's place and then they're going to have no clue what to do.
Right.
Wow, say that again. That's real talk. I think the black church does an excellent job of silencing our kids and not hearing their point of view. And so I think you're right. Kids, should we stay in a kid's place to a degree? Absolutely. I mean, from a respectful point of view. Yes. But I don't think we need to hide things from our kids because they're gonna, like you say, when they run into it, they're not gonna know how to handle it. Yeah.
I agree.
What has been the biggest challenge for you thus far in regards to your music?
Social media. I hate social media.
Okay.
So like getting my stuff on my platform, because I be forgetting to take pictures and take videos of stuff.
Yes, a lot to manage.
And you're 19. You should be. This is your lane. This is your thing. I would think.
I would think so too, but it just don't click for me. And when I do, and I do have pictures and videos, like I want them to be like perfect. And so, and when they're not, I'm like, I'm just not gonna post it.
Okay.
And so then like my personal account, I have a lot of pictures, but like my music account, not so much, just because I feel like I'm my biggest critic.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, nah, this isn't good enough to be on here. And then like when I look back, I'm like, oh well,
I should have posted that.
Yeah.
So do you have anybody that's like helping you, that give you that third eye, like, yo, Shamiz, no, that's dope. You gotta post that, or you just kind of doing it yourself at this point?
That dude right there in the corner, he was trying his best, but I be trying to, but it's just different. Cause it's like, I love my dad, but it's like, he gonna say what he gonna say regardless.
That's your dad, so it don't hit the same because he's supposed to say.
Yeah. He gonna hype me up no matter what I do. So it's just like.
Yeah. Okay. So I know. So being so young and doing the genre of music you are doing. So you just got to Morehouse, right?
Yeah.
So no one really kind of knows how you're vibing yet.
Nah,
you?
I only told like a couple of people. Cause it's not that I don't like talking about it. It's just like I'd rather get to know people first.
Yeah.
And so like I wouldn't even say it's like top 3, 4 in my life right now. Like it's really just a hobby for now.
Yeah.
And then like when I get money to start doing it, and like I don't know, I'm gonna just start doing it like 24/7. But until then, like school come first, like having friends come first, and so that's just what I'm focused on.
Okay. Nice. So I know you have been performing. You've been doing some live shows. So let's talk about that. Your experience. What is that feeling, that you get when you step on stage in front of people, a group, crowds of people?
Yeah. So my nervousness, it comes like right before I go on stage, and so like I'm like rehearsing my song like on the car right there, on the plane right there. And I'm just like, okay, like we're vibing. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then right before I get on stage, I swear I forget every single lyric I ever wrote.
That was my next question. It happens.
Yeah. And
happens.
I'm like right before stage, and I'm like, what is my song? Like I have no clue. And then I'll get on stage, and then I'll like hear the instrumental, and I'll be like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is.
Dang.
And so, but when I get on stage, like it's always before stage that gets me. Like when I get on stage, that's when I'm like, okay, I can flow.
Yeah.
Like even when I walked in here and like I saw all the lights and all the bikes, I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. But then like when we started, I'm like, okay, we're chilling. Like,
so when you're on stage, are you just looking at everybody, or are you just focusing on what you're saying? Are you really paying the crowd any attention, or Like, how do you get through it when you're up there?
I feel like I know my songs pretty well. Like
Yeah.
I know almost all my songs by heart, and so I don't really need to think about my lyrics too much.
Yeah.
But I just try to look at the crowd. I try not to stay in one place. Like I try to go back and forth because the people on the left side not seeing what the people on the right side seeing.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So I just try to. I would say I would think personally I have pretty good crowd engagement.
Okay.
Like I think I work the stage pretty well, I guess. But that's just what my cousins told me. But you know, that's family too. So who knows?
Who inspires you in the music?
As an artist?
As an artist, yeah.
I say my two biggest inspirations of an artist are Rod Wave and Kanye West.
Oh, okay.
Very
Okay.
different.
Yeah. And so the reason why I say that is because they both like make songs and they're like secular artists, but then they drop like Easter eggs, I would say, about God 24/7 in all their songs. And so like they're rapping about like, oh, I was doing drugs, this, I was beating this though, this girl's this, that, and the other, and then they're dropping like, oh, but God did this.
Jesus walks.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying, right?
And it's
so-
a hit.
Yeah, facts. And so I say I take that personally, and I think I like flip it.
Okay.
So like I'm rapping out about God, but at the same time I'm talking about if you disrespect me, you better watch your mouth at the same time. Because like I'm rapping about God, I'm doing this, that, and the other. I'm just flipping what they're doing.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I
Okay.
say they're my biggest music inspirations. Yeah.
Nice. So let's talk about your walk with God, right?
Okay.
And
How much time we got?
And at the age.
Yeah, I'm amazed. That's a good
Yeah.
question because I want to know about that being so young. How you have been able. Well, I'm not to cut you off. What was
That's
your question?
okay, Charlamagne.
My bad, Wendy. But no, like, how have you been able to?
Look, and he kept going. It's all good. Go ahead. I'm just,
I got it.
He left the building.
You know, I go to the bathroom in the middle of the show.
Go ahead. You good.
No, so what? You see, made me forget my question. Because you cut me off when I cut you off.
My question was,
go
let's talk about your walk with God and how that started for you, and just the age that you are, being able to because what I like what you said was you was like, I'm still pretty much, you said I'm still flawed.
Yeah,
I still have, which we all are, right? So yeah, just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in the church, right? And so, but the whole time it was like play church. Like I would dress up, do my thing, go to church, not learn a thing, go back home, and then watch football. Like that was just what it was. And so then when I was about 14, right? Cause the church I love it, like, but it was just like the youth program just wasn't there.
Okay.
And so I was like being like 13, 12, 11, 10, like watching these and respective way possible, these old people come here and talk about God. You're just like sitting down like, okay. Like,
Right.
Sleepy as a mug.
yeah, right? Falling asleep, mouth open and all, right? And so then one of my friends, she brought me to a different church when I was 14. And they was like surrounded by the youth. Like the youth was their whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then that's when I was like, that's when I like dove into the church for real, because I was all like, oh, like they see me for real. Like I'm not just another person in a chair. Like they're having me do things around the church. And so like at one point I was responsible for the cameras, like recording the church, stuff like that. So like they put me in like vital positions. And so that's when I started like feeling like, okay, like I matter for real. Like this is what's up. And so then that's when I started like, I say that's where I got to know God. Like at my old church growing up, I was all like, that's when I knew of God, but then that church, that's when I got to know God.
I like that. I like how you said that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then when COVID hit, right? Because I feel like I'm a very social person. So when COVID hit, I couldn't talk to nobody. And my mama a nurse, so she had me on lock for real.
Oh, I bet she did.
Yeah. And so I was like I couldn't go out. And I live in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And so, they didn't care about no COVID.
Right.
It didn't exist in Florida.
No, at all. And so all my friends going to the beach, this, that, and the other. Well, 95% of my friends are going to the beach.
Right.
That's all of them.
Yeah. And so I'm just sitting at home sad, watching them do all their things, and I'm just sitting at home. And so like, I was like, I wouldn't say I'm depressed, but I was depressed, like for real.
Right.
And so like, I was like, I just felt left out of everything.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, man, why would a good guy do this? Like, I was getting mad at God for real. And so then I feel like, so I was like looking at God from a very logical point of view. Like, I wasn't thinking about me and God being personal. I was just wondering if God was real. And so then, like, at like 16, I was like looking up debates, like scholarly debates, like, is Christianity real? Like, Christianity versus atheism versus Muslims, this, that, and the other. And so then after like about 3-4 months of like straight research, like even in my notes right now on my phone, I have like notes about why my God is real and like why these other beliefs are not true. And so then that's when I was like, okay, like logically it just makes sense that God is real to me. And so then when I was around 18, when I started to take this music stuff seriously, what happened to that, right? I had this partner, bro. Let me tell you, I was with this girl since 8th grade till after we graduated.
Oh, wow.
Like relationship?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know adults didn't have a relationship that long.
That's what I'm saying, right? And so jump just went downhill, bro. And so
Aw.
I got, long story short, like it was just crazy. And so that led to like depression and jump too. And so now I was all like, God, like I know you're real, but like where you at? Like I need you to show up for real. And so then what's crazy was like that girl and how she did me, like her friend group was my friend group. So when
Okay.
she left, all my friends left too.
Oh,
dang.
wow.
And so I was just like, I'm for real, just like
Yeah.
out here by myself.
Yeah.
And so like all those friends, they went to the same church that she brought me to too. So it's like, I'm not trying to go to church and be surrounded by people that don't like me or are talking about me
Yeah,
behind my
yeah.
back. And so I was all like, dog, I don't have the girl I was with. I don't have the friends I was with. I'm not going to the church that I was going to. So it's like, where do I go?
Right.
Wow.
And so then what's crazy was like the people that entered my life after that, like they don't even believe in God for real, but they was all like, Shamar, you need to tighten up, bro. Like get your stuff together. Cause I was doing the most, not gonna lie. Like I was partying, I was doing this, that, and the other. I was just turning up.
So, did you find yourself? Would you feel that you were being rebellious towards God in that moment because you felt?
I would
Like-
say so. I would say I was
Okay.
just trying to like feel something. Like
Yeah.
I was just trying to be like, I was just trying to make sense of myself.
Right.
Cause my whole identity, who was my girl, my friend group in my church, now like I was stripped of me. And so I was all like, who am I? I need to go out and do something to see who I am. So I'm like, man, maybe clubbing is who I am. Maybe partying is who I am. Maybe drinking who I am. Maybe
Yeah.
doing something is me.
Right.
And so then I was just like, no, this ain't it. But it took me like a long time to figure out that it wasn't it.
Was there a defining moment that did something to happen or something to click inside of you to say, you know what, let me chill. This is not who I really am. Was there like a defining moment where you was like, I'm going too far?
Yeah. So that is
Oh,
fun to
never
get deep.
mind.
It's fun to get deep. I just let
If
you
it's
know.
too deep, that's cool. I respect that. You don't have to speak on
Nah,
it.
I'll say. I'll just let y'all know.
Go into your hero's testimony about how that song came about. Which
Okay, I'll tell that one better.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So May 27th, right?
certified lifeguard.
Yeah, I'm a lifeguard. I'm a beach
Okay.
lifeguard.
Oh, all right.
All right.
I
And
did
so-
catch a velo down there and
Hey.
come to Cocoa Beach.
Yeah. And so I was working by myself, right? Which usually don't happen when you're by yourself, but it was just one of those days where like low staff, not a lot of people. So I was working like a whole beach by myself.
Wow.
And so then it was towards the end of the day. We get off at 5. It's like 4:55. And so I'm like packing up. I'm locking the doors to stuff, this, that, and the other. And then I just hear commotion. It's like, and I'm like not hearing. I'm like listening, but I'm not hearing.
Right.
And so I'm just like minding my business. And then I just hear lifeguard. And I
Oh,
turn my head.
wow.
I'm like, oh. And then it's like 8 people like in the water, deep in the water. So
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
no, bro. So I grab my stuff and I just start running. And then halfway there, I'm like, I forgot to radio it in. Like I forgot to tell like my chief lifeguard
Yeah,
and
what
other
was going
stuff
on.
like I'm about to be in the water so they could pull up. So I'm thinking about that, but I'm just like I can't like turn back
Right.
because one that'll look bad, and if dude drown, like while I'm
Right.
turning around,
Yeah.
like that junk's just gonna look horrible. So I'm like bump it, let's just
Wow.
go. So I'm running and I'm swimming. I dive in the water. I'm like, and there's like 8 people out there, right? back at it and like reflecting on it, I'm like, dog, what made me go left? Because like during the moment, I was just like, go left. Yeah, like makes sense. Let's go left. Like it. I didn't even think it was God. I just felt like my brain was disconnected from me, and it was just like telling me to go left, like speaking my name, like Shamar, go left. I'm like, and I'm like responding to my brain. I'm thinking, and I'm like, yeah, Shamar, that's a good idea. Let's go left.
Right.
But then like looking back at it, I'm all like, dog, that doesn't even make no sense. Like, how would I call and respond to myself?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I was like, there's no other explanation to me.
Hold on 1 second, Shamar. Okay, guys, can you hear us now? Can somebody just let me know if you could hear us, please? I got a message saying that they couldn't hear anything. Let us know if you can hear us. I don't want to continue talking if you guys can't hear us. Just put in the chat if you can hear us, and nobody's putting it in the chat, so I'm wondering if they can hear us or not. All right. Okay. Is there any sound?
One of my friends said, man, it cut out right at the good part.
Oh,
Right
man.
when he was about to go into the water.
That's where it cut off at?
One of my friends said that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so they're saying that they can't hear. So we're going to try to get the sound together because we want to make sure we may have to go back to that part of your story because I feel like this is important.
Yeah, that is important.
It's important to hear.
With the recording for iHeart, will it still get it, or the sound was going to affect that too?
No, it it will. Okay.
All right, bear with us, y'all. We are coming back.
Having some technical difficulties.
No worries,
Well, they
Shanice.
can't hear
We're going to get all your
so.
time, brother.
No, we vibing. We straight.
This plane don't leave till 12 tomorrow. This is the only thing on our agenda.
Okay. Levante will apologize. Okay. Thank you, Levante. So what's your major?
Psychology.
Oh, you did say that.
Guys, can
Yeah.
you hear us now? Are we back on? Can somebody let us know if you can hear us? Mic check 1 2.
Mic check.
No, they're saying no.
Say something.
Mic. See. Well, I tell you, when you start talking about God and things and all of that. Mic check 1 2. Can you guys hear us? You still not hearing anything?
I turned it back down. Let me say something. Mic check.
Mic check. Nothing.
Not yet.
That's just how the enemy be working.
Yeah, real talk.
He knows.
Can you sing?
No.
Just curious.
So at August quarterly yesterday, he gave that beach testimony before he sang a song called, what is the hero?
Not all heroes.
Not All Heroes. He got a single called Not All Heroes.
Wow.
And before, when he introduces that song, he told that testimony. At least this
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
He might do
Yeah.
another testimony before the next time. So
Yeah.
before all his songs, he like to.
Okay. Let me put a okay.
You gonna cut it and come back?
Hold on.
Yeah, they trying to get it, man. They trying to get it back up now. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Are we gonna be live?
Let me just let me know. We back? All right,
right.
guys. All right. So let me just put this out there, boy. I tell you, it's amazing how when you start talking about God and how God shows up, how the devil gets mad at that.
True.
So I'm gonna take this back and thank you guys for hanging in there with us. I would like for Shamizi to tell his testimony because we will not be defeated by the enemy tonight.
And we won't.
All right. So
Where do I start?
Shamizi, yes, you ran into the water.
Oh yeah, so I ran into the water. Right, there's 8 folks out there, and so a lot of them are swimming in. Some people are carrying other people like on their back or like holding them, picking them up, and so I hop in the water. Like I said, I forgot to radio it in, so no one knows that I'm in the water. Well, no one that can help me knows that I'm in the water.
Yeah.
And so then I'm swimming out there, and I'm swimming, and I pass by one dude. I'm like, "Yo, do you need help?" He's like, "Nah, it's a person behind me." Swimming again, go to the other person. "Yo, do you need help?" He's like, "Nah, it's a person behind me." So I'm like, "Hey, okay." Of course, the people that need help are the furthest people out there. So I'm swimming to the end, throw my flotation device, and I'm all like, y'all hold on. And there's these 2 people. There's one skinny dude who's like probably 16, 17 max, and then this other dude. He's like middle aged. He's like 6'2", like 260, right? And I'm 5'6", 140. So in my head, I'm already thinking the work.
Right.
How this gonna play out?
Right.
And so, I handle my stuff and I start swimming back, right? And like to swim faster, I like put my head down, start digging, and then like I pick my head up and I can visually see myself getting further than where I started. And so like after like 2-3 cycles of like putting my head down and going back up, putting my head down, going back up, I'm like, all right, now like I'm either not making no progress or I'm going further than what I was. And so, like, I'm getting desperate to the point, so, like, we have the sign out there, like, if you need help, you, like, raise your hand, wave that back and forth, like,
Yeah.
send somebody right now. And so, like, I'm getting to the point where I'm doing that sign, I'm like, somebody help me.
Oh, my
And I'm, like,
God.
remembering that I forgot to call for help in the first place.
Man.
So I'm all like, all right, bro, like, and that's when I said, like, I start praying. I'm like feeling defeated, low-key. I'm like, God, let your will be done. I'm like, God, I would not like to die with these random folks. I like to die with
The
people that I
random
know.
folks. With these randoms out here.
Yeah, that's tough. Let me die with my loved ones.
I was like, God, let your will be done for real. Like, it's whatever.
Wow.
So I'm like paddling. My head go under the water, and like while I'm under the water, it's like quiet. And which is like, I'm in crashing waves, but it's like quiet. And then it's just like, go left. Shamar, go left. And so like I get my head out the water, and I'm like, shoot, guys, let's go left. I'm yelling at the people I'm pulling. I'm like, let's go left. They're like, dog, I can't swim. Like, I'm tired. And I was all like, it's whatever, bro. Like, I still start going left. And I'm going left, probably like, not even that far left, like, probably like 10 feet. I probably took like 10 strokes left. And I
Right.
just start standing. And like, I'm 5'6". And like 150, 200 yards in the ocean. I'm standing as a 5'6" human being standing. And so I'm like, standing to the point where I can dig my feet in the ground and start marching. And so I'm like, y'all, come on, I'm standing. And so, like, they eventually start coming over here, too, and I'm, like, pulling them in. And, like, I get to the point where I'm, like, waist deep, and other people start, like, helping them, like, sit the dude down.
Yeah.
And after they sit him down, I, like, run to the tower, grab my radio. I radio it in, like, y'all need to get here. Like, I just pulled this dude in. He, like, coughing up water, this, that, and the other. Like, get here. So they pull up. They, like, give him oxygen, check his pulse. So his, like, oxygen levels. So in Florida, our oxygen level is supposed to be 99, like 100. Because, like, we're in sea level. And his oxygen levels was at 80%.
Wow.
And so they're like, yeah, like, you need to go to the hospital, like, now. So they send him to the hospital, and, like, he lived. But, yeah, that was that.
Yeah. And that was the defining moment for you. That was
definitely one of them where I was like, God has my best interest in heart.
Yeah.
And so.
Did you realize that, like, how long did it take for you to process that you just saved somebody's life?
It was just like, so like right when I pulled like dude out, like people that was on the beach, they was like telling me, they was all like, I don't know how you did that. Like that was amazing, this, that, and the other. And I don't know, because I say when I like knew was when I brought him back, like his wife was just sitting on shore. And so, because to me, the worst thing for me is like when you're running up to a scene and you need to go in the water, you just see their loved one like standing there like this because they can't do nothing.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's the thing that always pushes me to go like further. And so every time like I bring them back to shore and their loved one is just like crying, like saying thank you, that's when I'm all like I did something for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I want to go back because I don't know if the people heard because of the mics went out. He said he heard something that spoke to him to say go left, and because he followed what we now know was the voice of God, right? Because he followed that, it led him to where he could stand and walk and pull him up. What would have happened had you ignored that voice during that time and you decide to go your own path and go right or go straight or go backwards, whatever the case may be? I think it's a test, and I got chills. I got chills. Yeah. Because I think we you know, a lot of us, we ask God and we pray for things, and we you know, we say we're waiting on God. We need to hear from him, and he speaks to us in different ways. And sometimes he's saying it, he's telling you, he's sending the boat over and over again, and you're still saying, Lord, I need you to send me something or send me a sign. And he done sent you multiple signs. But because it doesn't look like what we want it to look like, we choose to ignore it. And you listen to that voice. And because you listen, the outcome of that was you saved not only his life, but your life. And you're here talking about us. And you wrote a song about it.
Well, I wouldn't say I wrote a song about that. I mean, I do have songs about that. They're just not released yet.
Okay.
But,
What would you say that inspires you to, because you said something about a hero song, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not All Heroes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Wow. You got any questions?
Nah, I mean, that's scary for number one.
Yeah.
But only with God that happened. So I guess if you ever doubt anything, then you can always go back to that story.
Yeah. And what's crazy is I just had this revelation right now. But it's like that was for real my last resort. Because like I said, I'm desperate. I already gave the I need help sign. And
are you like
not
exhausted, right? You're like
I'm
swimming
exhausted. While they're doing like checking up dude, checking his oxygen, giving him oxygen, I'm literally laying down like on the beach saying, like they told me to give him the oxygen and I like couldn't. Like I'm laying down on the sand. And so, but what I was saying was like that was my last resort. And so like just relating that back to life now, like sometimes you're gonna have people that leave, you're gonna have this, that, and the other. You're gonna be exhausted, and sometimes God's gonna be your last resort for real. And so that's just the revelation I just had just now.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I love it. So were we able to pull up the song for
That song?
or a song? Because I would love to hear.
Since that it got all set up there.
Yeah.
Not All Heroes.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. I don't know if you were paying attention. I mean, we all know God is real. No matter what religion you are and what you may call him, we all know that he's real. So, I think having somebody this young and this so grounded and so mature. I mean, I know he's smiling, he's having a good time, but like I would hope my my kid is this mature at 19. No, I'm just a testament to your parents too, man. And
I guess.
So yeah.
I want to shout out some of the people that's in the chat. Shout out to Carla Marie Williams, Levante Dorsey, Lucette Smith, Eileen Williams. That's my mama. Hey, Mom. Happy belated birthday to my mother as well. Her birthday was last Tuesday.
Happy birthday, Miss Williams.
August 22nd. Shout out to you, Mom. Who else do we have on here? You probably have, hi, Safrancy. Safrancy tunes in every week. Thank you. Lakeisha Laster, thank you for tuning in. And thank you guys for rocking with us and
being patient.
Being patient with us. We definitely want to give this young man his due time. But I just noticed as soon as we just start talking about God and how he moves and everything wanted to start acting up. So ha ha ha, devil.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you. So how can people find your music, to support you?
Let's sell this music. Talk about that.
So I'm on all platforms, right? Shamizi, S-H-A.
Shamizi? You got to say it like that too.
Shamizi. Young Meezy on the mic. But yeah, so Shamizi, S-H-A-M-I-Z-E-E. The album I have out is called Watchmen, because my name in Hebrew, Shamar, translates to watchman.
Nice.
Okay.
And so yeah. And so one of my songs it actually goes like, real name Shamar, that's a watchman. But
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
Bars.
yeah, they didn't peep it though. It went over their head. It went over their head.
And where can they follow you?
On Instagram, like I said, that's my worst asset. So don't get your hopes up. But,
Put it out there anyway.
Okay. It's Shamizi Sound, SHAMIZEE, and then sound, all one word. No nothing, just Shamizi Sound. And
What,
yeah.
what do you want people to get from your music? If they're sitting there listening and vibing, what is the message that you want them to receive from your work of art?
That Christians are not perfect, and I feel like that's the revolving theme in all of my music about how, because truth be told, as human beings we suck. Like we're just butt people. Like everybody's always getting hurt.
We're the butt species on this earth, right? The animals, the bald eagles, everybody like just does it a little different. They take care of each other. Yeah. Look out for each other. Go ahead. I'm with you on that.
Right? And so like I feel like non-Christians and like Christians themselves feel like they have to be perfect. Like when you step out of line, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's not very Christian to you." Like this, that, and the other. And so I feel like a lot of my music is about like, yeah, dog, I believe in God and I try to follow God, but at the same time, like I'm me. Like I'm not there yet. I feel like that's the whole journey.
Okay.
I think it's important, especially the youth, and something that you said that really stood out when you went to this other church. You were surrounded by people that looked like you, act like you, and you felt seen, right?
Yeah,
you felt
it was
seen.
just-
It was a part of a.
Yeah, like it was just that because it was a white church. Yeah, but it was just the fact that the youth, they ran stuff there. Like they
Yeah.
obviously had the pastor and the music leaders that did the music, but like they would have children on stage who were like musically inclined, who played instruments, did stuff. They'd have kids who were good with technology, run the sound system, run this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
And so like kids who were good with kids, they'd be watching the younger kids in the back.
yeah,
And so it was all like all the behind the scenes stuff that was still huge. They let kids do that.
yeah.
And
Wow.
so it was just like knowing that you played a role, knowing that if you wasn't there, some stuff wouldn't flow right, that you were important. I think that's what it was like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. My first experience, so I grew up in an all black church, and there was no youth services like you see here. You got Sunday school, go to Sunday school. But when I came to Delaware and I went to this place called Word of Life Christian Center, and it's a mix. Everybody's in there. And I went to their service, and I'm used to dressing up
Yeah.
for church, and you didn't have to. They don't dress like that. You every now and then you'll see some people,
Yeah.
But when I went in, they were, the I guess you would call it praise and worship. It was like a full concert.
Yeah.
It was like I was at a concert, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I really
Yeah.
don't know what to do. But it was like I was amazed because it felt like
Was the choir white?
it was a mix. Everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounded
it was,
good?
and they were young. And
Did that sound good?
it wasn't a choir. It
What
was
was
a
it doing?
band.
Oh.
It was a band
Yeah.
playing, and then you had like 4 people up front with mics singing. And yeah, they sound really good. But it was just a whole different experience, and
yeah.
it drew you. And I was just like, okay, like my kids, they went to their services. They had basketball. It was just.
It was crazy.
It was something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it made you wanted to go to church.
Yeah.
Because I think, when you keep it how it was when you're growing up,
Yeah.
you got to expand. You got to put the younger people, because you guys are our future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
future leaders of the church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So you have to put them in, and let them exercise their talents and all of that. God he used young people, he used.
They say the disciples are teens.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was just it just gave me a whole different experience than what I was used to growing up. And I sung on a choir. My mother is a musician, but just being able to go to a place where it was just like, this don't feel like church, but I'm in church though.
Yeah.
It was just different. So I could see how that pulled you in,
Yeah.
So I think that's good. I mean, I think churches have evolved greatly now.
Extremely. Yeah.
You know, they
Agreed.
really have evolved.
I remember, like the church that I went to, that I transitioned to when I was 14, there was like that too. Like people wearing shorts and a t-shirt to church, right? And so then like every once in a while when I go back to my old church, like with my dad, and I'd be wearing a shirt and shorts, he'd be like, "Dog, what are you doing?" Like, put on that button up. I'm like, oh.
Got too relaxed, huh?
And you're in Florida, so I won't be surprised if people show with flip flops and everything on, right?
They do.
Yeah.
Barefoot and all.
Yeah.
But not barefoot, they got like no socks. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, will you? Now that you're going to be in, you'll be at Morehouse.
Yeah.
Now, would you find your church home down there, or what is your plan?
Yeah, I mean, I plan on it. I mean, I was stuck there for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they probably have something on campus because I know at DSU they have a
chapel.
Yeah, they have a chapel.
yeah. So that's good. That's good. Congratulations! I'm very excited for
thank
your
you.
journey.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Absolutely
Good stuff.
So we're gonna play. Do we know what song we got?
Did you want to play?
Did you?
Not All Heroes, since you talked about that, or something else?
yeah, no, we can play that one. That's one of my favorite ones, Not All Heroes.
Okay. So we're gonna
Introduce it.
introduce your song.
It's just about like it's never too late to be saved and stuff like that. So it's like you're gonna go through some stuff, this, that, and the other, but it's like God's gonna be there. It's like you wanna get the first bar is like you wanna get saved, but it's never too late.
Mm-hmm.
Like so.
Okay.
Just
So
keep
we're
pushing.
we're gonna end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not all your heroes wear capes. I like that. We're gonna end the show going out with his song "Not All Heroes." And again, if people want to find you and purchase and support, again, please let them know where they can support you at.
Anything really, just any like app that streams music, but it's gonna be Shamize, SHAMIZEE, and the album is called Watchmen. Like just watch and then and then go like it, go add it to y'all playlist.
Y'all go support this young man.
No
He's
doubt.
doing great
Positivity.
things. He's doing great things. Put your money behind him. Put your support behind him. Shamize, thank you so much for joining us, and we
Appreciate
wish
you,
you the
man. Good to
best.
see
Thank you
you.
for being
No doubt.
inspiring, and continue to do that. And please let us know how we can support you here at the Rebirth.
This is
Yeah.
enough.
Aw,
Yeah, like-
it's so sweet. It's so sweet.
And come back a true Morehouse man with that degree.
I got y'all.
That's what I want to see. That's what's up, man.
I got y'all.
Proud of you, young brother.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Now listen. Next week we will not be on. I'm giving everybody the day off to enjoy the holiday, but we will return the following Monday. Make sure you go out and support Shamize. Make sure you go to Rebirth U and get your tickets for the Rebirth Live for October 13th. Guys, thank you so much for supporting us and being patient tonight. I really appreciate that. You can go back and rewatch the show on Philly Jamz 95.3 FM on YouTube or Rebirth on YouTube and iHeartRadio. Have a blessed night. And here is Shamize, Not All Heroes.
Not All Heroes.
Not All Heroes.
Hurry up.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Wanna get saved, well, it's never too late. Don't stop the love, just stop the hate. They buried Jesus, but then he escaped. That just don't mean not our heroes were cake. He died for me, couldn't ask for that favor. Christ, King, Lord, Savior. Sucked on my sin like he is a lifesaver. I love my God, please do not be a hater. If you a hater, then I do not care. Stand up when I worship, do not need a chair. Just don't complain because life is not fair. You want Christ too, that's alright, we can share. When life tried to fight, that's when Jesus to pay. When Jesus say no need to comprehend. My God is permanent, just like a band. My God is real, he did not play pretend. So crushing my faith like it's sending a view. I staying strong like a piece of bamboo. I'm giving back like I got revenue. If you try me, I swing, then I whip it for you. I open my Bible, go through looking John. Whipping #1 just like now I'm strong. My God is right, he never wrong. Said try to come here, but it do not belong. My faith getting stronger, no need to flex. You just gotta believe it's not that complex. Rest of his God if you want success. God had me secret like he used to with Dex. He carried the cross right on his shoulder. He carried the cross so we can start over. He carried the cross and I know that it's true. He carried the cross for you. Wanna get saved, well it's never too late. Don't stop the love, just stop the hate. They buried Jesus, but then he escaped. That just don't mean not our heroes were cakes. He died for me, can I ask for that favor? Christ, King, Lord, Lord and Savior. Say I'm sin like a user like Savior. I love my God, please do not be a hater. If you a hater, then that is alright. I still pray for you all day and all night. He's the king with me, I am in the night. Jesus in the ring, so I don't need a fight. My God is here, but he come from above. I catch all my blessings like glue in a glove. Just me when you die, then you will see a judge. Seeing is believing, them but what is love. My God, not dead, he is surely alive. When I was a sinner, that's when he arrived. You think you wise? My God, more wise. 1 Corinthians 1:25. Yes, we are tight, sort of combined. My God doesn't change, he not my mind. Always around us, he not hard to find. I might not know, but he know that you're lying. You say I'm defeated, the devil's a liar. If you sin it, you'll be playing with fire. Come as you are and bump the attire. I lift up my hands so I can lift them higher. The blessings are falling just like it is snowing. If my God said go, then you know that I'm going. Jesus paid the price, I did not cost a token. Jesus is the light of the world, he is glowing. First off, I'm blessed, I am not lucky. My God is real, so don't be a dummy. I made it as an image, I ain't not ugly. Here's what happened, so we all need to study. He died for us so we could get the key. He died for us so we can be free. He died for us and defeated the grave so we can be saved no matter what age. One to get saved, well it's never too late. Don't stop the love, just stop the hate. They buried Jesus, but then he escaped. That just not me, not our heroes were capes. He died for me, can I ask for the favor? Christ, King, Lord, Savior. Say I'm sin like a user like Savior. I love my God, please do not be a hater.